How to run correctly, technique, breathing, frequency of steps. It's not just professionals who need proper running technique. Foot placement. Leg and body position, breathing, and stride rate affect the efficiency and safety of your runs. How to set your feet correctly. When running, you should land on the front of your foot. In there. Book Run Faster, Longer and Injury-Free. Nikolai Romanov and Kurt Brungart suggest the reader to try to take off your shoes and run from the heel. You will not be able to run for a long time in this way, because your heel will be in pain. The cushioning of modern running shoes will absorb the shock. But pain is not the only problem with this foot placement. The human foot is designed to absorb shock effectively. Its arch flattens during a stride, and then straightens and releases the stored energy when you step on the forefoot. This mechanism works. But if the heel goes down first, there is no cushioning. You're just slamming into the ground. When you land on your heel, you are literally hitting the brakes. From a biomechanical standpoint, real runners don't break every step of the way. When landing correctly, the outer edge of the foot is slightly turned downwards and the big toe is turned upwards. The cushion of the foot touches the floor first and the heel comes down immediately afterwards. Do not run only on the pads, and certainly not on the toes. It is fraught with overstrain and injury. The video below shows the foot placement of the Ethiopian runner and marathoner, Olympic champion Haile Gebrselassie. When you shift your body weight onto your foot, the foot is clearly under the center of gravity, not in front of it. Your body at this point resembles the letter S. The knee of the supporting leg is over the toe and pointing forward. The foot is under the pelvis. After you push off the ground, the shin is raised to parallel with the floor and the knee is brought forward. And the cycle repeats. Below is a snippet of a Sage running technique lesson from marathoner and running coach Sage Canaday. Running pose exercise. This exercise is from the book by Romanov and Brungart. With its help, you will be able to feel the correct landing posture even before you go out on the track. Take off your shoes, stand up straight and shift your body weight to the front part of the foot. Keep the heel in place. Bend your right knee and raise your leg so that your right shin is level with your left knee and your legs resemble the number 4. Raise your left arm for counterbalance. In the picture below, the correct position is on the right. On the left is the same pose while running. Hold the jogging pose for 10 to 20 seconds, then repeat with the other leg. Do 3 approaches for each leg. If you are outdoors, you can jog between sets to feel how your body adopts this pose while running. How to find the right body position. How to hold your neck. Your neck should be level with your back. Do not lower or scoop head. All this affects your posture and spoils the position. You can look at the horizon or, if you are afraid of stumbling, stretch of road 20 to 30 meters ahead. The main thing is to lower your eyes, not your head. How to hold your shoulders. Your shoulders should be straight so that your rib cage is as open as possible. Don't slouch or bring your shoulders forward, even if it's a familiar posture. This spoils the alignment of the body, forcing you to bend. It's also important not to lift your shoulders. This overstretches muscles, does not allow the arms to move freely, and increases energy expenditure. If your shoulders rise against the background of fatigue, stem and shake off your hands. How to work with your arms. The arms are bent at the elbows at right angles. The forearms are not tense and move close to the body. The elbows go straight back. If you spread them apart, it will increase the side-to-side sway of the body, taking away strength and reducing the economy of the run. The hand is in a loose fist with the thumb pointing upwards. If it is so positioned, you will not be able to move the elbows apart. How to hold the body and pelvis. The body is straight with a slight forward lean. You don't need to lean back or lean forward a lot. Otherwise, you will slow down. At every step, bring your pelvis forward and up. Tense your glutes. This will make it easier to lift your knees and run. How to breathe properly. Proper breathing will help avoid cramping and discomfort while running. It should be diaphragmatic. This means that when you inhale, your stomach inflates, and when you exhale, it deflates. This breathing will force your diaphragm to work and provide you with enough oxygen. Rhythmic. Rhythmic breathing in a 2-1 format, 2 steps. Inhale, 1 step, exhale, helps to reduce fatigue of the muscles responsible for breathing, and thus the energy costs of running. In addition, breathing in this format allows you to stay longer in the inhalation phase, when your body is as stable as possible. If you are not comfortable breathing in this format, try 5, 2 or 4, 1. Nasal and oral at the same time. The nose warms the air and the hairs clean the air from dust. But when you run, your nose may not be enough to breathe, so you need to use your mouth. If you run in winter, press the tip of your tongue against your palate. Cold air will have to go around this obstacle, and it will have time to warm up a little. Exercise diaphragmatic breathing. Lie on your back or sit up straight, straighten and lower your shoulders. Place the palm of your hand on your abdomen to control its movements. Take a deep breath, as if you need to fill your belly with air. It should rise under your palm. Then exhale, while simultaneously retracting your abdomen. Do this exercise 15 to 20 times to get used to it, and then practice it anytime you remember it, at work, in transportation, while walking. Ideally, you should breathe like this all the time. How to find the right stride rate. Steps per minute, or cadence, is not only important for your running speed, but also for your joint health. An optimal cadence reduces stress on your knees and hips, and improves your running performance. It is generally accepted that the ideal cadence is 180 steps per minute. This is the stride rate of most professional runners. However, it can vary depending on an individual's build. First, count the number of steps per minute. If your cadence is less than 180, gradually increase your stride rate. Start by 5% to begin with. Run like this until you get used to it, then add another 5% and so on. To make it easier to count your cadence, download a metronome app, set it to 160 beats per minute, for example, and adjust to the beats as you run.